What's up, guys? Hey, gang, this is Mike with MrNoFluff.com, and today I want to talk about how do you know if you have a good deal? Okay, so again, how do you know if you have a good deal as an investor? Okay, doesn't matter if you're a wholesaler, if you're a landlord, if you're a fix and flipper. How do you know if you have a good deal? Let's talk about the math. Okay, now before I pull the curtains back, I want to let you guys know that I have a deal right now. It's two fourplexes. So again, it's two fourplexes. Each fourplex has four doors. So we're talking about eight doors. We're talking about 8 units that I have. And it's the math on it is 50% off. So not the ARV after repair value, the actual appraiser value on the property was just appraised is at $195,000, and you guys can get this deal from me right now at 50% off. Okay. Again, is appraised just recently at 1,900. I'm sorry, 195K, and right now you can buy this property from me for 92,500. So you're getting 50% off, and the property needs zero or low repairs. Okay. Again, the property needs zero or no low repairs. It's livable. There's renters in there. So it's a great investment property. Each fourplex has 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and rents out for roughly on the low end $500 a month. On the high end, you can get up to 1,000. There's some other comps in the area that people are renting it for 1,000, but this previous professional landlord has been renting it for $500 a month per unit. Okay, so if you're looking for seller financing, I can also provide that for you as well, where you don't have to go to the bank. You don't need a credit as long as you have the down payment I'm looking for. And the down payment I'm looking for, if you need seller financing, is $30,000 down and $1,000 a month. Okay, and that includes your PITI, which is principal, taxes, insurance, all that stuff. That's all included for roughly around $1,000 a month. So again, one of the fourplexes is worth $195,000. I'm giving it for cash price for 92.5. So 92,000 and some change. Okay, 50% off. Doesn't need any repairs. If you're really picky, you can put some repairs into it if you like, but it is the way it is without any repairs. And it's not one of those properties where it's after repair where you have to put thousands of dollars into it. Okay. And each fourplex, here's the two fourplexes. Each fourplex has 4 doors or 4 units. Each unit has 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. Each unit rents for $500 a month. So one fourplex gross rent is $2,000 a month. So if you do the seller financing and you put 30 grand down with $1,000 a month mortgage, you can easily rent these units out and make $2,000 a month and cover your mortgage for 1,000, and you will have a cash flow of $1,000 a month. This is really a no-brainer in the sense of you're buying significant equity. If you're going cash and if you need seller financing, then we can also do that. The price for seller financing will come up, instead of the price being 92,000 and some change. For seller financing, it's going to be 140K. Okay, so still you're buying at a deep discount. I'm only going to sell it to an investor. What state and proximate area, please? Okay, if you want, come back on the thread, and I'm going to put a link there so you guys can look at the deal and see where it is exactly. So I don't want to get into too details because I want to talk about this class that I have right now, talking about the subject line. So to wrap it up, I have two fourplexes. They're right next to each other, adjacent to each other. So you're basically getting a mini apartment complex with 8 units, and you could buy it at a deep discount, a truly 50% discount. It was just appraised by one of the top banks, and I'll give you the appraisal of it. You can take a look at it. You don't have to put repairs into it. There's people already renting it. Growth rent a month is $2,000 and a month. If you want to get this at owner financing, we can also do that. You have to pay $140,000 versus the $92,000 if you have cash. Um, but the great thing is we're willing to do owner financing, and and at the same time, your TI is very low, so you could cash this. This will be a cash cow for you. Okay, uh, and the properties look great. It's in a very nice next to a college town. So that's enough of that. Now let's get to the subject. The subject is how to know if you have a good deal. So let's evaluate the deal that I have. Okay, the price of the deal is 195. This is what the banker, they did appraisal. They done two types of analysis. They did the CMA, or what the houses are selling for, and the commercial analysis, which is how much is each unit renting for, how much is that it gross, and then they do some more calculations and they come up with the actual value. So the actual value on this property, doing the commercial calculation, is like 234. Don't Somewhere around there, 234. But if they do the actual sales in the area, it's 195. Okay, so those are the two points where you can analyze the deal. Now, where do I analyze a deal? Well, I just like to look at the tax roll. Okay, if when I do a deal, I look at the tax roll, and from there, I do the numbers minus 50 or 60%. So if the house was 100 on the tax roll, for example, or a CMA, if you don't have a realtor access, then you don't have CMA, or you could pay for services, or you can do what I'm telling you, which is quick. Okay, you do the tax roll, and then you do 60 cents minus repairs. And if you're a wholesaler, then you got to also include the fees that you want to make in there. Okay, so if the house was 100 and you're a wholesaler, okay, and you're going to quickly put it on a contract, you don't have to have a hammer, you don't have to have a nail, you don't have to have credit, you don't even have to need the money. You just only paperwork. If you're a wholesaler, you're going to get the deal. Was worth 100. You'll give the seller an offer of 60 cents, which is 60,000. Let's say the house needed repairs of 5,000. Okay, so let's just 10,000. So now it's 50,000. So you give the offer. The house is worth 100. You get, sir, 60 cents on a dollar, which is 60,000. 10,000 in repairs is 50,000. And let's say you're the wholesaler and you want to make $5,000. You subtract that, you give the seller an offer of $45,000. Okay, just to make it simple. Okay, and that would be offer. That would be a good deal. Now, every day, every week, a lot of people submit me deals on my website. If you ever have a deal, I love to buy your deal, especially if they're owner financing or deep discounted. But unfortunately, a lot of people submit me deals, and the deals like literally suck. Okay, for example, they send me a deal and say, "Well, this house is listed with a realtor." No, that doesn't work, dude. I don't want that. Okay, or they send me a deal and says, "Oh, the house is worth 100, and the seller wants 100." No, that doesn't work. Okay, or hey, the house is worth 100 and I want a little bit more, so we're gonna have to sell it to you for 110. No, that doesn't work, dude. Or the house is worth 100 and the seller's willing to sell it for 95 or 98. No, that doesn't work, dude. Okay, like if you want me to throw some money into a briefcase and head out to the title company, I really need to buy at a deep discount, and that's you may want to buy it at a deep discount too, because there's a lot of costs involved with buying properties. You have the closing number A, you have a closing number B, you have realtor costs, holding costs, electricity, insurance, cost of someone can vandalize it, and so on and so on. Okay, it takes up a lot of your time. So I'm only going to do a deal that I'm going to make money. I mean, like seriously, if a seller calls me, or one of the people that you guys watch me, they submit me a deal and you get mad because I don't get back with you, is because hey, it's a bad deal, and it says on my submit sheet that hey, I don't buy those kind of deals, but you just weren't able to read. And I'm sorry for that. Okay, we didn't get back with you, but if you have a deal that's really good, bring it to me. I'll love to buy it. Okay, what kind of deals am I looking for? Hey, I'm looking for deep discounted properties, or I'm looking for subject to deals where I just jump into the seller's shoes and I just make the payments, and that's it. Okay, all right. Kind of like what I'm offering you guys. Okay, I'm bringing you two types of deal. Okay, one, you can buy at a deep discount, it's worth almost 200. You could buy it for 100. Okay, just to simplify it, or you can buy it for 140 if you got 30 grand down and $1,000 a month. Okay, doesn't get any better than that, dude. Okay, so what kind of deals should you be getting? Exactly the kind of deals that I'm getting. Okay, now some people say, well, Mike, there's people that pay the seller 70 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents, 100 cents. Okay, and it's cash. Okay, they're trying to pay cash or hard money and they're paying so much. Well, just because people go jump off the cliff doesn't mean I'm going to do that. Now, it doesn't matter if the market is up. It doesn't matter if the market is like this. Doesn't matter if the market is like this. The numbers is still the numbers, guys. Okay, I mean, it's just what it is. Okay, I'm not going to be buying deals if the numbers are not meet those specific requirements. Okay, just doesn't make sense. Now, there's other people that, let's say the house is worth 100 and they're willing to pay $10,000 more because they're a realtor that's supposed to have a fiduciary duty for them to protect them, maybe consults them and says, hey, it's okay to pay extra because you got Bob and Sally buyer and they're willing to pay more. Well, I don't believe in that. I don't, it doesn't make sense to me. So I'm not one of those investors, and I don't think anyone should be like that. Okay, if this thing is worth $10, you should never pay $20 or 15 because there's a fear of loss out there. In a sense, does that make sense? So let's go back to the math. The math is real easy. If you're a wholesaler, or if you want to be a fix and flipper, or you want to buy a property at a deep discount, whatever the value is, the easiest way to do it is when you're just starting out. And what I highly recommend is don't spend a lot of time figuring out what the value of the property is. Quickly get on the tax roll, whatever the number says. You quickly give an offer of 60 cents minus repairs, and that's what it is. Now, if you're a wholesaler, there's going to be tax roll, 60 cents minus your fee. Whatever do you want to make? You want to make 2,000, 3,000, 20,000. And the other thing, guy, is I like to take a little moment is that there's a lot of wholesalers. You guys are watching me, and I really appreciate you guys taking action. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you want to improve your life. But at the same time, some of these wholesalers are now leaving any room in the table for the next guy that they're selling the deal to, right? For example, I see it all the time right now. Like wholesalers are making, like, let's say a guy's gonna buy a house and he's gonna make a fix and flipper. It's gonna make $40,000. He buy, but he's buying it from the wholesalers and he's paying them like 15, 20 grand in assignment fee, and he's only leaving himself with 20,000, and that's best case scenario. But there might be a situation where the seller, the investor, fix and flipper, takes longer to rehab the property, assists longer, the market may change. And it's just like I see fix and flippers are buying like properties less and less and less in profits, and wholesalers are making more and more. And I'm not mad about that, but like I think that I try to teach my students that, hey man, when you guys starting out, you're new, dude. If you just make, think about it, think about this, dude. If you just make $3,000 flipping the property, it doesn't matter how much equity is there. Like the guy's gonna make 100, whatever. You're new, you haven't done a deal. God, that is so good because I know so many people that pay $1,500 just to go to school to become a real estate agent. In this scenario, you're going to get paid 3,000 to go learn how to do this. Are you kidding me? I mean, like, so that's my mindset as a refugee. That, hey, if I even, for example, if someone's going to pay me $10 an hour to work, and I could work for myself and only make $5 an hour, I will go that route because even though I'm making less money, the opportunity for me to make a lot of money is still there. Where if I have a job and I make $10, I can't make any more. The other thing is that when I'm working for myself for $5 an hour versus $10 for the man, I'm learning so many skills and strategies and all the stuff, man, from accounting, CPA, uh, sales, negotiation, strategies, systems, so on and so on, negotiation, where I'm not getting that at that $10 hour job. So simply put, it is better for me to do something and make less money. And that's what I teach my students, for you to learn the business versus being like so greedy and try to hit a home run on your first deal when you don't know anything. I mean, I think that whenever you're, most people's problem is that when they're ignorant, they want the world. And as you become more of a master, you're just humble and you're just happy with just a little bit because it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's everything's coming to you, you know. But when you're new and you're ignorant, or you don't know something, you think you should have the whole world and you haven't done any of the work. Like, you know, some people want to make millions of dollars. They're not even willing to do anything for their goals and dreams, right? They just wanted to sit there and watch TV, watch YouTube, watch the other guy, but they don't want to take any action, right? So coming back to the story, if you want to get real estate deals at a deep discount, you got to get them at 60 cents minus repairs. Doesn't matter if the economy is like this, like this, like this. And if you can do that, you can always make money. And if you're looking to buy real estate without a bank, I got a deal right now for you. I have two fourplexes, so you could have basically an apartment complex, a miniature apartment complex. You have 8 doors. That's 8 doors, guys. That's 16 um, bedrooms, okay, and expanding bath. And right now, you can get all that for $30,000 down per fourplex, $1,000 a month per fourplex. Each fourplex gross rent is $2,000. You have a massive cash flow, or you could buy it at a deep discount. If you want to buy cash, it's cash only, no banks. Um, so it's hard money or cash or owner financing. You don't need a credit. You don't need a bank. Uh, you just come to me. I do need to see that you have the funds for the $30,000 down and you can't afford to pay the monthly payments because we don't want to put you in here if you're going to default. That's not good for anybody. Okay. Hustle and bustle. If you have any questions about anything, just leave a comment. And by the way, guys, uh, check out my newest pre launch product called Calling for Profits. If you want to make some sales, you want to find some hot deals like I do, cold calling is the way to do it, guys. And I have a product called Calling for Profits, and it shows you how to do cold calling, how to talk to the sellers, how to find their motivation, how to negotiate, all this stuff that I do to get these kind of deep discounts. Not like some of these other guys are bringing you deal like they're selling. I see people wholesaling deals like tax property value, right? A couple of $1,000s more than tax property value, and it's just crazy, man. I gotta understand this. Anyways, guys, hustle and bustle. If you want to get deals, get my cold calling, uh, calling for profits at mrnofluff.com. See you, gang. Oh yeah, if you want that deal about the duplex, leave a comment and I'll get back with you. Thank you.